Terence Crawford versus Vergil Ortiz needs to be next since Vergil Ortiz just called out Terence Crawford and Turkey Al-Sheikh wants to make this fight happen. But who'd win this fight? Well, before we talk about who'd win this fight, let's take a look at their latest performances in which Terence Crawford fought Errol Spence Jr., in which Terence Crawford dropped Errol Spence Jr. in round 2.
Spence. Back comes Crawford with the jab.
Terence Crawford then dropped him twice in round 7.
And here comes Spence, though, as Crawford, the 7th. A big shot!
Terence Crawford then put more punishment on Errol Spence Jr., in which the wrestling enough and stopped the fight in round 9.
Spence hurt again. All right, hook that wobbles him. Spence might be going down again, and this one is over.
After this, Terence Crawford went on to fight Israel Madrimov, in which it was a very close fight. Both went back and forth, both had some great shots, but Terence Crawford ended up outlanding Israel Madrimov, in which he ended up taking it by decision. Let's take a look at Vergil Ortiz's latest performances, in which he fought Thomas Delorme, in which Vergil Ortiz knocked him out with a nasty body shot in round 1.
Which is when he's out of range. So that's
good shot to the body.
He is not getting up.
After this, Vergil Ortiz went on to fight Sergey Bohachuk, in which Sergey Bohachuk dropped Vergil Ortiz in round 1. Both then went to war, both landed some nasty shots until Sergey Bohachuk dropped Vergil Ortiz once again in round 8. But then Vergil Ortiz brought it back and rocked Sergey Bohachuk in rounds 8, 11, and 12, and he ended up taking it by decision, which I thought it was a complete robbery because I had Sergey Bohachuk winning this fight. And based off their latest performances, I got Terence Crawford destroying Vergil Ortiz, no problem.
Now, this fight is very similar to the Israel Madrimov versus Terence Crawford fight in the sense that it's very hard to predict and you don't know who's going to win. It can either be a really close fight or there can be a clear winner. And what makes it harder to predict is that you got two different type of styles between Terence Crawford and Vergil Ortiz. And I know some people might say that Vergil Ortiz isn't ready for Terence Crawford, considering that this fight against Sergey Bohachuk was his first fight that has gone to the decisions, on top of the fact that he got dropped twice. But I don't think that's going to matter because Vergil Ortiz still did way better against Sergey Bohachuk than Terence Crawford against Israel Madrimov. So now how's this fight going to go and who's going to win this fight? Well, it's hard to say, but if we get the same Vergil Ortiz that we see in all of his fights, which is the Vergil Ortiz who has high punch output and who picks his shots very wisely and he breaks down his opponents by going to the body and going upstairs, then Terence Crawford is going to be in trouble and he's going to have to do something very significant. He's either going to have to come back with some shots of his own and try to counter Ortiz, or he's going to have to play it safe by sticking and moving, not staying in the firefight with Vergil Ortiz, because that could be his biggest mistake, getting in a firefight with Vergil Ortiz, because he's going to be at risk of getting clipped and he's going to be at risk of getting broken down round after round. So in the end, Terence Crawford is a smarter fighter who throws when he has to and who tries to time and pick his shots very wisely while at the same time having power behind those shots. So we have to see, would that be enough to stop Vergil Ortiz from gaining momentum and letting off a bunch of power shots? So it's definitely going to be a crazy fight and a hard fight to predict.